stuff. I've just seen your one of your interviews with the television, and I was interested particularly in one quote where you've backed Harry Maguire and said that he's had to deal with all sorts of stuff from people who should know better. I was just wondering if you could explain that and maybe tell us who should know better.
No, I don't think it needs elaborating on, but he's having a difficult period, and in these periods you learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about other people, and you learn who's there for you in those difficult times. He'll come through it, he'll be a better player and a stronger man for it, and he knows there'll be criticism after this, and you have to accept that. To go down to 10 men is costly for the team. But we fully back him, we fully support him. He's been a top player and is a top player for us, and he'll come through it. He showed on Sunday why we think so much of him with his performance against Belgium. So, as I say, he'll get through this period and he'll be back to his best.
Thanks, Matt. Next we'll go to Simon Peach from PA.
Hi, Simon.
This was a difficult evening after the other day, not just with Harry. Obviously, Reece performed well and was sent off at the end. What's your overall takeaway from this? And could you kind of clear up what happened at the end of the match?
Well, the sending off at the end, I'm told, was for dissent. So that's obviously something, as a young player, he has to recognise that's not acceptable. I thought his individual performance was outstanding. With and without the ball, he really, in the opening half an hour, him and his combinations with Mason, Kyle, and the midfield players down the right hand side really opened them up. We were moving. The most frustrating thing of the night is we were playing so well, using the ball so well, and sustaining attacks well. But this is football, Moments change the flow of the game. That's always the nature. You can't afford to go down to 10 at any level of the game. It's extremely difficult to improve your result when you're down to 10. But the resilience that they showed as a group, selecting the right moments to defend in depth and to be compact and to wait, selecting the right moments to press, selecting the right moments to play from the back, the right moments to go slightly longer, maximise the set plays. They almost carried out the perfect plan with 10 men and created some good opportunities. So I couldn't be prouder of what they've done, not just tonight, but across the 3 matches. We've had an incredible chain of things to deal with for both of the 2 camps this autumn. But this group have got stronger together. We've found individuals who've had excellent performances that's given us more depth to the squad. We've had, I think, 8-10 debuts. So we've learned so much. We wanted the win tonight, which would have meant we'd need a draw in Brussels. To progress in this competition, we have to go there and win. That's difficult, but not impossible.
Thanks, Simon. Rob Dorset, Sky Sports News.
Hi, Gareth.
Hi, Rob.
Can I take you back to Harry Maguire, if that's okay?
Yep.
He's clearly having a really difficult time with it both on and off the pitch at the moment. And the football for him comes really thick and fast with Manchester United now, with Premier League games and Champions League games. And then he's straight back into another international break with you, in a matter of weeks. Might you have to consider giving him a rest from that international break to sort of give him a break and get himself sorted, I suppose?
I think, knowing Harry as I do, he'll want to play football. The best place for him to be is on the pitch. We know I said earlier, he's having to deal with everybody having an opinion on what he should be doing, what he isn't doing, what he is doing. That's life as a top player. If nobody's interested in you, then life's very straightforward. If you're captain of Manchester United and a top player with England, then everybody has a view, everybody has an opinion, and you have to ride with that. But he's strong enough to deal with it. He's got a little spell at the moment where a lot of things are going against him, but he's got to show the resilience that I know he has to come through that.
Thanks, Rob. Next we'll go to Sammy Muckbale from the Daily Mail.
Hi, Gareth.
Hi, Sammy.
A lot tonight will be made about obviously discipline, and it has over the past few weeks. Do you feel there's a discipline problem within the camp? If not, why not? And also just in terms of the sendings off tonight, going down 10. You mentioned it in your TV interviews. Historically, doesn't usually end well for England in big tournaments. Is that something you're going to have to stress to them?
Yeah, 100%. Since I took the under-21 job, we talked to the players all the time about discipline, because we knew in tournament history, not only had it cost us, but it had cost other teams. I think we only ever had one red card with the under-21s. We hadn't had any before the last few weeks with the seniors, so that's something we've got to learn from, because the game in Iceland was much more complicated, having gone to 10. Tonight, the same. Of course, there have been things off the field which haven't been right. We've addressed them. This week has been hugely positive with the group of players. The senior players have led really well. The camp has had a really good feel about it. There have been elements of all the performances that have been good, with and without the ball. We've given a lot of debuts, and the group have grown stronger together. Tonight, as difficult as it was for them, the resilience shown, the leadership shown on the pitch with 10 men, and the way that they know they came off there having given everything and deserved more from that spell, as a group internally stands us in good stead. Of course, externally, there will be huge opinions about everything, but that is the nature of being with England.
Thanks, Sammy. And we'll finish with another question from Simon Peach.
I just wanted to, it feels like you've fit in about a year's worth of stuff into the last month and a half, just in terms of what you've had to deal with. It's been quite a draining period, and have you got a lot to mull over this next month before 3 weeks probably into your next selection?
I think it's an unusual period for everybody in the world, and everybody is having to deal with complicated scenarios, plans that are constantly changing. My job's no different to every man on the street who's going through changes at work, complications with what they're doing day in, day out, restrictions on their lives. So, yeah, I'm experienced enough and strong enough to deal with all of those things. We're learning a huge amount. We've learned a lot about all of this group of players, 30 players we've had with us in various guises this week. Learned a lot about different scenarios within games, learned a lot tactically, and we've taken big steps forward internally as a group, and that will stand us in good stead moving forward.
Okay, thanks, Simon. We'll end it there. Thank you, everybody.